Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a Sacred Union Energy Update. If you guys have been following the channel for the past week or so, you know that we've been in some pretty intense energy since the new moon in Gemini. Intense energy because it feels like we're going through a powerful shift, and powerful shifts mean transformation. What we had channeled in that reading and the Divine Masculine reading and in the Divine Feminine reading is that there's kind of like a rebirth energy that's going on right now. A leveling up, we've been channeling that for the past few weeks. We are moving into the next level of ascension, moving into the next level of ascension with our sacred partners as well, which is Sacred Union. However, for the past few weeks, or for the past few days, this past week especially, there's been some very heavy illusions. What we're seeing in the physical has been very dense. The illusion has been very strong. You might have seen old behaviors from your Divine Masculine. If you're Divine Feminine, you might have been feeling some old residual fears pop up, feelings around worth, feelings around being manipulated or used, or doubt or lack of faith about your connection, lack of faith about your person, lack of faith within yourself, lack of connection. You might have been feeling disconnected as well. We talk about that in the Divine Feminine reading as well. Please do make sure that you're checking out all the readings. Don't just do a check-in on your Divine Masculine, because in all the readings, even the Ascension energy updates, we talk about Sacred Union and Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energies because it's all one. You hold both energies within you, so we're not separating the two. We're talking about all of it. We might focus on one or the other, but we really do go into all of it on this channel, even though there might be a theme like Ascension or Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine, but we do talk about the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine in all of those readings, so do make sure that you're checking out all of them. So the last reading that I just did was for the Divine Feminine. How is she feeling about the Divine Masculine? And that was on the heels of this past week where the collective, because you guys had emailed me and I was going through this as well, you guys emailed me and let me know that you were experiencing this too. That's how I knew it was really collective. You were really experiencing a lot of that old fear. And what Spirit had told me was that it's the karmic residue. As we're closing out a very long, very major karmic cycle. And so we're feeling that energetic residue of that. So what's been happening with that is the old layers are coming up for that final release, for that purging. But it doesn't feel the same. Because we have ascended, because we have become so much in our power and in our self-mastery, we recognize this. And a lot of us were saying, well, wait a minute, I thought I already cleared this out. I thought I already went through this and healed this part of myself. And yes, it's almost like a test, but test is too strong of a word. It's just residue. It's just a residual layer that's been coming up for more clearing, for more heart expansion. And you, in your self-mastery, for everything that you have learned on this journey through your experience, you know this. You recognize this. You became aware of your thoughts. That is how you have shifted in consciousness, to become aware of your thoughts and your emotions so that you can easily transmute and release it. So that you can say, okay, I know I'm feeling this. I recognize this. I know I'm feeling this for a reason. Let me heal this. Rather than sitting in that energy and playing out that karma, you allowed yourself to heal it through that awareness, through that recognition, through that higher level of consciousness, because that is where you are. You are at that higher level of consciousness where you can pull back and look at things from the soul's perspective of what is it teaching me? Why am I experiencing this? Why am I going through this? And you're going through this to be able to transmute and clear out any of that residue. And what's been happening is you've been altering between, it's almost felt like you and your Divine Masculine have been between worlds. Your Divine Masculine has been feeling this as well. They feel like they've kind of been straddling two worlds, and they are, because they're straddling their old life and their new life. You feel like Divine Feminines, you've been straddling two worlds because it's like you feel like you've been straddling old fears and just energy of happiness and bliss. And that's because of all the light codes and light energy and activations that are streaming onto the planet. And it's unprecedented. Spirit is saying it's unprecedented at this time, the energy that is coming into the planet at this time. And so you are truly, truly leveling up in your power. They had showed me this for the Divine Feminine reading, and I can't stop looking at this picture as I'm channeling right now. You have become the High Priestess. Divine Masculine is becoming the High Priest. You are a power couple, more powerful than you can even imagine. And we're not talking about powerful as in CEO, leader, corrupt, greed, manipulation, all the stuff that we know as far as the world power, as far as this paradigm. This is divine power. This is sovereignty. This is your strength. This is knowing who you are on a spiritual level, on a soul level, and bringing that experience into your human nature, into your human experience. Bringing who you are on a spiritual level, remembering who you are and that divine birthright that you are the universe into your human experience, into your physical experience. So what's actually happening is you are letting go of the past. Really, you have closed that door. We talked about that back in January where you were walking through the doorway. And this past 6 months has really been an energy of integration. And what I've been channeling is that June feels like a very pivotal month as far as shifting the energy for forward motion, for forward movement and momentum. And that momentum is going to pick up, I've been channeling, into the fall. I'm seeing August, September, and October as pivotal months for these sacred unions, for these divine counterparts. Now, as I've been saying, release the expectation and the timeline and just allow it to unfold, because you're going to be seeing movement up until then. Like I said, breakthroughs happening, communication coming in. And right before I came on, the reason why I actually came on was because I was doing some shuffling, just playing around as I was waiting for something to upload, and I saw the Four of Cups. And what I heard was Divine Masculine saying, I'm not missing my chance now. I'm not missing another opportunity. I'm taking the chance. And so I had to come on and see what was happening. Because I'll tell you what happened as well. Yesterday afternoon, I had been in that energy of fear and illusion and trying to break through that illusion again and doubting my connection and doubting my Divine Masculine's love for me, even though I feel it all the time. But I had been in that energy of disconnect. I had been in that energy of just frustration and impatience again. I was having an ego flare. And what actually happened was yesterday afternoon, all of a sudden I was sitting here at my desk and all of a sudden that broke. My heart broke open and I just felt just this wave of love wash over me for my Divine Masculine again. We haven't been in communication for a few days, which is not a big deal for us anymore, for me anymore. We hadn't been in communication or much communication, and I just felt just my heart split wide open. I felt his energy come in, I felt his love come in, and I felt my love for him again. And I just came back to that knowing that he is my person. And I can try to pretend otherwise as a way of self-sabotage. I can try to hold myself back. I can try to go in another direction, but he is my direction. He is my direction if I want to be truly honest with myself. And that's what I've been saying to you guys in the channel, that we have to be honest with ourselves. Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine alike. It's time to be brutally honest and do the deep inner work and find the truth within ourselves. My truth happens to be that I know that he is my person. I just feel his energy. When I'm with him, when I'm not with him, it's that same beautiful, loving energy. Hold on, my dog wants to come in. Okay. I locked my dog out of my office and he wanted to come in. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards for both counterparts. So we're just going to play it by ear like we usually do and see what comes out, see what message Spirit has for us today. So let's just pull some cards and see what is going on, see where we're headed, because it does feel like there was a shift back into harmony, back into love, back into that open heart. And you might actually be feeling the physical symptoms. You might actually be feeling chest pressure. You might even be feeling palpitations. Do always make sure that you get your health checked out by a physician. But that is heart expansion. And when we do the purging, the reason why we do the healing work, the reason why we do the deep inner dives to bring up all that trauma, to bring up all that heartbreak, even though we grieve, even though it's painful, even though it hurts, we do it because it's clearing. It clears the way so that we can open up to more harmony. We can open up to more love. And I'm also hearing open up to more oneness, unity consciousness. So that's what happens. The more you clear, the more you purge, the more room your heart has to expand. Because it's all energy, you guys. That soul sludge, as I like to call it, that's all energy that you're housing within your chakras, that you're housing within your energetic body, your energy field. You're housing that. You're holding on to that. And when you heal that, when you clear it, it just allows you to become more light. It allows you to become more love, to open up to more of those bliss codes, as they've been channeling to me, what they've been calling it. They've been calling it bliss codes, more light coming in. You become more crystalline. You raise in your vibration, and that's how you raise in vibration. It's like a balloon being anchored down by a rock. You have to let go of that rock in order for the balloon to lift. And that's exactly what's happening. All that soul sludge, that's that rock, or the sandbags, if you, whatever you want to, whatever analogy, whatever's holding you down, you have to release that in order to rise. But in order to release it, you have to do the deep dive. You have to do the inner work. And that's self-love. That is releasing trauma, releasing heartbreak. That is releasing grief. That is recognizing your worth, recognizing your value, recognizing your strength, setting boundaries for yourself. You have to do the inner work in order to raise your vibrations and create forward momentum and shift your energy on this journey. That is what Ascension is all about. It's really a journey of spiritual growth and personal growth, soul growth for yourself. And as you align with yourself, that's when you come into that harmony with your partner. Okay. First card's out, Two of Wands, Knight of Cups. Oh, okay, got it. And let's get one more. This is interesting. Okay. So a couple of messages coming through here. Two different, well, not two different scenarios, but a couple different messages. So I'm going to start with these two first. Two of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This is divine masculine energy, where a decision is being made to come forward, to bring forward some kind of reconciliation. It's an offering of reconciliation. It's an offering of emotion. Where they once had been blocked in emotion, now they're wanting to come forward in emotion because they are filling up that cup to be able to offer that to you. And with the Two of Wands here, wanting to give you the world, you see how he's holding the world in his hands, making that plan, making that decision. It's not so much a decision as planning on how to come forward here. Now, the Ten of Wands came out, and they shifted an energy, and they said, divine masculine, divine feminine, and this is your union energy. And when we used to do the divine counterpart reading or the divine partnership readings, this is actually how I used to do the readings. I was split. But you guys are so merged energetically that for the past year or so, I've just been pulling cards and seeing the messages as they come out, taking the energy as it is. But I used to separate them like this. Here we have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands came out in the Divine Feminine reading that we just did, where she is really putting down the burdens. She is really just laying down the responsibility of this connection and taking responsibility solely for herself, because she knows Divine Masculine has got this. Divine Masculine has been ascending as well, and even if she can't see it in the 3D, she recognizes that that is the illusion, and that she doesn't have to hold this connection up like she had been anymore. For a very long time, part of the journey for the Divine Feminine, part of what she had to learn was how to pull back the focus on this connection, on sacred union, and on her divine masculine back to herself to fill up her own cup, because she had just been overgiven. That was part of her distorted energy. She had been focusing so much on the divine masculine, on just almost over giving them when it came to love. But I mean, you can't. Okay, so it was over giving in a distorted energy. She has this unconditional love and acceptance for divine masculine, but she was overextending herself to the sacrifice of herself. Divine masculine had been doing that for others, but she, divine feminine, had been doing that towards the divine masculine, just hyper focusing on the connection in an attempt to heal, an attempt to bring about this sacred union. But she's recognizing now that this sacred union is fated, that it is divine, that she has surrendered to that, to her power, to her divine masculine's power, that she doesn't have to uphold this connection anymore because it is already there. You guys are always one. There is no separation. It was just fear of losing her divine masculine, fear of separation, fear of loss that was holding her in that energy where she was feeling almost it was like she was feeling tied down to the connection, and that was creating a lot of resistance for the divine masculine, and that's what was creating the runner chaser dynamic, where she was almost chasing the connection because she was holding onto it so tightly, and that was creating a resistance with the divine masculine because it was making him feel suffocated. That's the past. That's almost like way in the past. Depends on where you are in your journey on the path. But for my collective, that's in the past, where she has really learned how to stand in her own strength, how to be on her journey for herself, knowing that her divine masculine is always right beside her, because you are that one energy. I'm not gonna point to that again. You guys can watch the divine feminine energy. I talk about this there, or the divine feminine reading. I'll put the divine masculine and divine feminine readings in the description box so you guys can check that out if you missed it. But what's happening here is divine feminine is releasing that energy fully, because she's coming into an understanding that even if she can't see it yet in the physical, even if there's still the illusion based on patterns or behaviors or actions of the divine masculine, she's seeing beyond that. She's seeing that that's just illusion, and that divine masculine really is going through this inner transformation, and that she is believing in her divine masculine. And it's because divine masculine is starting to believe in himself and fill up his own cup. So she's really letting go of that responsibility. She's letting go of the burdens. And what's happening is divine masculine is on his side planning, going through his transformation, filling up on his self-worth and his self-love, doing the deep dives within himself so that he can move forward on his journey. And what's happening is you guys are coming towards each other with this cup of love towards each other, because you have learned self-love. You have learned who you are. You have learned who you are as sovereign beings, and you have learned who you are within this connection, recognizing this connection together and what you both mean to each other. And as such, you're riding towards each other. It's almost like there's two of you here. You're riding towards each other. This is a Two of Cups energy that they're bringing me. It's not quite Two of Cups yet. The offer still has to be made. But divine masculine, like I had channeled in the beginning, is not going to miss his chance again. Not going to miss the opportunity. And so you're riding towards each other to offer each other that cup of love, because divine feminine has released the weight of this connection and the burdens, just allowing it to flow freely, really surrendering to it. Divine masculine is stepping up into his sovereign strength and energy and learning how to take action for himself and for his life, and really planning the next step for his life. And as you do that, that's when you come together. Okay. What's going on with this sacred partnership, Spirit? What's going on with this sacred partnership? Anything else we need to know? anything else we need to know with the sacred partnership? Okay. It's no, and there it is. That's what I was talking about, not missing the opportunity. Okay, it's no coincidence that they brought the message to have it split like this. And when the Queen of Cups came out, they told me Divine Feminine. So the last card to come out was the Lovers in between you guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's this Divine Partnership. So we're going to start with the Divine Masculine here. Nine of Wands. Look how, it made me laugh when this came out. Look at how he's kind of looking back on his past. Your Divine Masculine is taking a moment, kind of a pause, to look back and see everything that he has gone through on this journey. Nines are about completions, things coming to an end. A major, very long karmic cycle is coming to an end. We channeled that in the beginning as well. It's coming to an end, and your Divine Masculine is not wanting to give up. He's still holding that one wand, which is representative of the Ace of Wands and a new beginning with Divine Feminine. He's wanting that new beginning. He's not giving up on his journey, but he's looking back at all the battles that he faced, everything that he fought, everything that he went through. What I'm hearing is every tower moment. Every wand here, the 8 wands behind him, representing tower moments. And he's holding on to that one wand and he's saying, nope, nope, not again. I am going to take this wand and create a new beginning. But he's in a period of pause and reflection and just looking back at the past in order to release it. In order to release it, because he doesn't want to repeat that. He wants a brand new start. He wants a brand new cycle with Divine Feminine, especially with this Lover's card here. He is feeling this connection and he is planning for it. And look at how he's holding on to that one wand there as well. He is ready to take action. Divine Feminine is getting back, if not already, getting back into her Queen of Cups energy. This is that heart expansion that I channeled, where she's just feeling the love again. She's just feeling that nurturing energy. She's just feeling that unconditional love. But this Queen of Cups is in a place of maturity as well. This Queen of Cups knows how to have boundaries. She knows not to overgive. This is Divine Feminine represented here, where she knows how to balance out giving and receiving in that flow of divine love of both giving and receiving. This is that mature energy. This is that free flow of love where, yes, she can offer love, but she's also open to receiving it and recognizing that she needs to have that reciprocated in order to have a healthy relationship. In order to have a healthy partnership, her needs need to be met as well. And so that's where she is setting boundaries and upholding boundaries, especially within this connection. But she's not in Queen of Swords energy where she's just feeling resentment and ready to cut everything out. She's in a very loving energy again. She's back in her heart space. She's feeling the emotion again. She's feeling this connection again. She's feeling this love again. And with the Lovers here, look how you both are. You both are feeling this. And they're pointing me, this is very interesting. They're pointing me to this. You guys might be in varying energies. When you come into inner union, any given moment, you'll be in your masculine or your feminine energy. They become balanced within you. When you're paying bills, you might be in your masculine energy. When you are, nurturing your family, you might be in your feminine energy, just as a quick example. You're not really conscious of it, but you'll know. It's balance. You'll know when you're shifting in and out of masculine or feminine energy and when to nurture either. What's happening here, it feels like, is Divine Masculine is really feeling into their feminine energy, really getting in touch with their feminine energy, which is their emotions. Again, looking back at their past and allowing themselves to feel anything that's coming up in order to release, in order to move forward. Really feeling in touch with their intuition and allowing them to help them become more of the Divine Masculine so that they can take the lead and take action from that place of intuition, not letting their ego lead them anymore, but allowing their feminine energy of the intuition and emotion to lead them, where they're not blocking their heart from the emotion anymore. That's them getting in touch with their feminine energy within them. Divine feminine, you're getting in touch with your masculine energy. That's all about standing up for yourself. That's all about setting those boundaries and not letting people walk all over you. Having that sovereignty, but having that authority over yourself. So you're stepping, as you're in your feminine energy, you're stepping and balancing in more of your masculine energy. So this really is inner union that is creating outer union within your physical partnership, within your physical relationship. And what I love about this, balance is being restored to this connection. Justice is coming in. Truth is being revealed. You're both having the strength to overcome, to overcome any toxicity of the past, any attachment of the past, so that your love can flow freely between you guys. And we talk about this all the time. Free flow of love and freedom in love is not a lack of commitment. It's not committing to each other. You can still be married and have this free flow of love. It is all about giving and receiving and accepting each other as you are and allowing each other to grow, nurturing each other's growth. That is the freedom in love. That is the free flow of love. Not chaining each other, not holding each other down into who you expect them to be, but giving them that freedom to be who they are and become who they want to be. Giving and receiving. That's that infinity sign that we keep channeling. That is the free flow of love. That is freedom in love. There we go. And so you're having the strength to overcome your past, having the strength to overcome any addictions, habits, patterns that just kept you chained to that old version of you and that old version of love, that old template of love. And what you're doing is you are creating this new paradigm, this new energy of love, merging the two here through your connection that both heals and expands. And with this Four of Cups here, not wanting to miss the opportunity again. Before, especially Divine Masculines, I will say, before they were so focused on the past. Divine Feminines, they're coming in and saying, yeah, you were too. You were so focused on the past, especially past pain within this connection, because patterns kept repeating. You felt like patterns kept repeating, and so you were so focused on the past too within this connection. Divine Masculines were focused on the past as in their past heartbreak, their past trauma, holding on to past relationships or family dynamics or patterns, addictions, habits, whatever it was, financial things, material things. They were holding on to the past there. Divine Feminines, you were holding on to past patterns and resentment within this connection. You are missing opportunities for this connection. What's happening is neither of you are willing to give up on this connection, and you're not willing to miss an opportunity again. And I do want to say here, you guys, that I'm not getting a clear-cut Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy. Every time I'm going towards Divine Masculine energy, Spirit's coming in with Divine Feminine energy as well for how you're mirroring each other. Your energies are so merged. Your energies are so entwined. You are completely one. You are truly one. And you're going to start seeing that manifest within the physical 3D. I know we say that all the time, but this really is a time of sacred union. This really is a time of change and breakthrough and movement, because the opportunity is not going to be missed again. I won't allow it, is what I just heard. I won't allow it. And I feel like that was Divine Masculine coming in. So, okay. Let me see what timestamp is. Okay. I'm going to get some oracle cards. I feel like that's done with the tarot. So, let me see here. I'm going to get angels, gods, and goddesses here. Spirit, is there anything we need to know about this connection? Is there anything we need to know about this connection? Is there anything we need to know about this connection? Oops. Okay. Let's see which one came out over here. Angel of Healing. Yeah. The angels have felt your sadness and have shown up today to send you healing, but I'm more drawn to the picture here. Look at how look at how you are one together. This feels like divine masculine and divine feminine energy where you are one and healing each other now. And that's what we had talked about as far as the next stage of your sacred union journey. Where before you might have been going through some individual experiences for your own soul growth journey. What happens as you come into sacred union is you level up in your ascension journey, and you go through the next phase of ascension together in physical proximity, in physical relationship, where you're still healing, you're still growing, you're still expanding, but you're expanding together, you're healing together, because you have cleared out all of that soul sludge of the past, and now all you have is a future to create. And you create that together, and you grow together, and you expand together, and you ascend together. That's what this energy feels like. You continue healing together, but more than healing each other, it's not healing each other, because you guys have been doing that through the triggers, through the, you guys have been healing together through everything that you've been experiencing thus far in your journey. Even if you've been in physical separation, you guys have still been healing energetically together. The next phase of your journey, you're still going to be growing and ascending together and healing each other that way. But the next phase of this journey is more healing the collective together, stepping into your mission work. That's what this feels like. That's powerful and beautiful. Shall we how are you feeling about each other? Let's satisfy some curiosity and see, how are you guys feeling about each other at this time? If you guys want me to tap into your personal energy and situation, I am taking bookings for personal readings. I have a few slots for the end of next week, but then I'm booking 2 weeks out now. Getting filled up pretty quickly. And if you are waiting for a reading with me, those will be completed tomorrow and Friday, so stay tuned for that. All of my offerings are available on susanddawnspiritual.com. All right. How is divine... Okay, they want me to start with divine feminine. How's divine feminine feeling for divine masculine? How's divine feminine feeling about divine masculine? How's divine feminine feeling about divine masculine? We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. This feels very youthful. This feels very playful. This feels like beginning energy. This feels like inner children. That's what this feels like. And you see the two represented there with the... Okay. Okay. So... they're pointing me to the pictures more than they are as far as the message here. So you have the dogs here, and that's a loyalty, a sense of loyalty, a sense of playfulness as well. With the children represented here, this is your inner child, your divine masculine and divine feminine energy represented as inner children. So I feel like what's happening is it's a recognition of this love, that this love has lasted lifetimes, that this love is eternal. And your inner children, as you heal that inner child within you, both of you, as you heal that inner child within you, that recognition of that loyalty, of that dedication towards each other, of that love towards each other, that eternal love, is coming back up to the surface. So I feel like you are recognizing that love within your divine masculine. I feel like as you heal all of those wounds and you do that clearing and that purging, you're coming back to that place of innocent love with a fresh beginning. And it's a sense of innocence as in just a joyfulness, a playfulness, just a sense of happiness and bliss. And they're giving me the word home. And that is what relationships should be before all of the complications and all the ego and all the karma comes up. That's what we're returning to. And I feel like that's what these heart expansions and these light activations are bringing in, especially as you remove more of the illusion and more of the ego, is you're coming back to the sense of innocence. The inner child is being healed, and as the inner child is healed, so is your connection. So does your connection move forward and shift in energy towards that beautiful innocence and playfulness. Doesn't mean there's not chemistry. Doesn't mean you're still adults. There's still that attraction and that chemistry and that because you're still adults, but it's a freshness. It's a newness. It's a sense of just pure love. And that is expressed through your expressions of love. This feels nice. This feels really good. Let's get one more card. How's Divine Feminine feeling towards Divine Masculine? How's Divine Feminine feeling towards Divine Masculine? I'm not going to take two. Just get one. How's Divine Feminine feeling? Okay. Just one. How's Divine Feminine feeling towards Divine Masculine? Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. There's that keyword past again. That inner child energy. That returning to that innocence. That returning to that. It just feels. That's what this is. It's that. Okay, thank you, Spirit. It's that reconciliation. It's a reconciliation of your soul. It's that reconciliation of your spirit. That reconciliation of this love. And yes, reconciliation in the physical, of course, you can take it as that. But this feels more like a reconciliation of that pure divine love that is your essence. I feel like that's how Divine Feminine is opening up her heart to Divine Masculine again, and how she's starting to see Divine Masculine again. Because she's letting go of the illusion, she's letting go of the ego, she's letting go of especially the fear to return to this pure essence of love. And when we talk about pure love, we talk about just a love without condition, a love without expectation, an acceptance, that unconditional love. That's what this feels like. It feels very innocent, very playful, very joyful. It feels like a newness. It feels like a freshness. It feels like a letting go of the past in order to begin again. How's Divine Masculine feeling towards Divine Feminine? Separation. That card's been coming out a lot lately. Time apart from your partners on the horizon. But I feel like this is like a reversal of that. I feel like separation is coming to a close. I feel like your partner is... It's this reconciliation energy here. Like separation is coming to a close and moving into wanting that harmony, wanting that togetherness with you. Again, making the decision, planning to come forward towards this partnership. And you see how he's holding her hand here? It's like he's not letting her go. He's not letting her go this time. I feel like the time of physical separation. I mean, you guys might, go on business trips and, you might go on separate vacations and things like that. But within this connection, that feeling of separation, that feeling of disconnect, that feeling of lack of commitment, that feeling of lack of being on the same page, that creates that energy of separation, that is coming they just corrected me, that illusion of separation they just said, that's coming to a close. Your divine masculine is wanting to end any illusion of separation in order to be on the same page with you and come towards you. This is twice the soulmate card has been on the bottom of the deck that I've seen it. You guys do look at each other as soulmates, counterparts, sacred partners, twin flames. Whatever it is that you want to call it, you are each other's sacred other. Let's get one more. How's divine masculine feeling about divine feminine? How's divine masculine feeling about divine feminine? And they just keep pointing me to the green here. This really, yeah, and look at the green on her cloak here. This really feels like heart chakra. Divine masculine is really in their emotion, really feeling this love and really wanting to have this heart-to-heart conversation to deepen the bond with each other in order to end the separation, to be on the same page. They really want to come forward with this communication, with this expression of love for you. And I feel like how they're really feeling, I'm hearing the depth of this love because, again, they don't want to miss the opportunity. They don't want to miss another chance with you. And look what's on the bottom of the deck now, romantic feelings. Yeah, what was I saying about the depth of love that they feel for you? Divine masculine is very much in love with their divine feminine. And they hadn't been able to find the words to express that because they were just coming into an understanding of it for themselves. But now what's happening is they are, as they love themselves, they are now understanding the love that they feel for their divine feminine, the understanding of this connection and what it means, the depth of this connection and how it resonates deep within their soul. And they're wanting to end any place where there was a disconnect, any place where you're not on the same page. And they're wanting to come in with this communication in order to do that. Whew, wow. Okay. Let's get, I keep eyeing this deck. So we're going to get a card of guidance, and then we're going to end with messages. So we're going to get a spirit animal. We're going to get guidance for divine masculine, guidance for divine feminine, and then we're going to end with a message from my message deck. Okay. Divine masculine guidance, please. What do you have to say for the divine masculine? What do you have to say for the divine masculine? What guidance do you have for the divine masculine? I do feel like right at this time, divine masculine wants to take this chance. They want to come forward. I feel like the words are on their lips, but I do feel like they're holding themselves back. I feel like they are still going through or coming out of that hermit energy that we had talked about the past few days or the past week. I feel like they're just starting to come out of that and try to figure out how to say. They know what they want to say. They know what they're feeling, but it's how do I say this? So I feel like they're just coming out of this energy of that hermit energy, that self-reflective energy. They've just been through, they might have been through a tower moment. They might have been through a mini dark night of the soul, just as divine feminines were going through clearing of illusions and purging. So they're integrating a little bit, but I feel like they're stepping up. I feel like they know that this is their shot. They know that this is their chance, and they don't want to miss it again. They don't want to miss this opportunity to bring harmony and love back into this connection. They want to bring reciprocity is what I just heard. They want to bring reciprocity. Whew. Wow. All right, so guidance for divine masculine. Be generous of spirit. Yeah, what did I just say? They want to bring reciprocity. They want to be generous and open in their love where they had once closed themselves off and held back from giving love because of their past wounding, because of their past trauma and heartbreak and patterns and whatever else that was holding them back. Now, you see the line here? That's that strength card. They're ending that cycle where they were holding themselves back, gaining the courage to step forward, releasing any pride, any ego that keeps them in that stuck loop of karma and patterns and behaviors. Recognizing that as a pattern. What I'm hearing is recognizing that as an existing pattern. And they are letting go of that pride and that ego in order to clear it, in order to gain more strength and courage, in order to offer to Divine Feminine the love that he knows she deserves and that he truly wants to give to her. That he has always wanted to give to her, but he again just held himself back out of fear, out of conditioning, out of patterns. But now that block is breaking free. His heart is widening and expanding, and he's feeling the strength and the courage in order to be generous of his heart. Wow. So guidance for Divine Masculine is have that courage. Recognize that courage and that strength that already exists within you. Let go of that pride. Let go of that ego, that fear that just blocks that just holds you back. And allow yourself to feel, and not only feel, but be that Divine Masculine energy where you act on those feelings. Because Divine Masculine for a very long time has been feeling these emotions, but not acting on them. And Divine Masculine energy is really one that takes the lead and acts. But these Divine Masculines have been so much in their mind, so much in their fears and their egos, created by past karma, past patterns, and heartbreak, that they were holding themselves back. But this line here takes that strength and that courage that they hold within them, that fire energy that they hold within them, and they allow themselves to take action. So the guidance is to ignite that courage and that fire within you, and don't be afraid, because it is going to be well received by your Divine Feminine. There is going to be a balancing out of this connection is what I'm hearing. There's going to be a balancing out of this connection. That is what this process of sacred union has been all about. What you have been experiencing, especially over the past 6 months, there has been a balancing out of this connection. And even if it's felt like a little bit of a seesaw, like the boat's been rocked a little bit, that's what happens when karma starts to settle, is there's that balancing out. It, when a pendulum has been stuck in one direction and it releases, it goes to the other direction, and then it swings back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until it quiets, until it balances out in the middle. And that's the energy of what's been happening over the past 6 months. You guys have been releasing the pendulum of that karma, and you have been balancing out and coming into harmony within yourselves and within this connection. Okay. Divine Feminine energy. What's guidance for the Divine Feminine, please? Guidance for the Divine Feminine. What guidance do you have for the Divine Feminine? Thank you. We have Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. And I love the look of that. Look at it. It's very Divine Feminine energy with the flowers there, right? With the blossoming of the flowers and the fragrance energy. Divine Feminines, you have been in your empowerment, in your ascension, overcoming the illusions, overcoming the fears that have been holding you back. So keep doing that. Keep clearing. Keep allowing the past to be in the past, to usher in this new beginning, to usher in this change. You're aware now. You're aware of when you are stepping into an old pattern. You're aware when your ego mind is taking over. You're aware when your thoughts are speaking illusion. You're aware now. And because of that awareness, you can control your thoughts and shift your energy and overcome any of those blocks, so that you're not repeating a pattern, so that you're not stuck in stagnant energy, so that you are shifting into a more positive vibration. You are overcoming, and you can overcome. So keep doing your inner work, Divine Feminines, because it is making a difference here. All right, you guys, I'm going to get messages between you two. I'm going to use volume 2. So let's see what we've got for you guys. And I'm going to end because it is very hot in my house. I'm very uncomfortable. Especially with these candles. So we're going to close out. Okay. Okay, if that comes out, I'll mention it. Okay, Spirit. What do these counterparts want to say to each other? What is, well, let's just get a message for the sacred union. That's what I'm feeling. Let's get a message for the sacred union. I've been so hurt in the past, and I never expected it to be you. Yeah, this is what you guys are clearing out. You're clearing out the past hurts and the intensity of this connection. Because neither of you expected to be launched on this journey. Neither of you expected this partnership, this relationship, this coming together. In truth, this isn't a connection that you've had before. This is a brand new template, a brand new blueprint for relationships. And for a long time, you guys tried to put it into the box, both of you tried to put it into the box of what you thought you knew. And as such, you were holding on to old templates, old heartbreak, old patterns in relationships, old hurts, and trying to put this relationship, this connection into that box. But you're breaking free from that. You're recognizing what this connection truly is. You're recognizing that this isn't the old, that this truly is unconditional love, that this truly is a spiritual connection and a soul bond, that this connection, this love, runs incredibly deep. And so you're clearing out the past hurts. You're clearing out the old patterns. You're clearing out that old toxic energy and that old karma. You're moving past the patterns and ascending beyond your ways of doing things. You're ascending beyond the old versions of you, the old version of relationships. And as such, you're coming together into something new. Embracing each other now, where you might not have expected it to be each other. Now you're embracing each other. What does Divine Masculine want to say to Divine Feminine? What does Divine Masculine want to say to Divine Feminine? I'm struggling to share my heart. Yeah, they're gaining that courage. They're gaining that strength here. And I have in this deck, I have 2 blank cards. In volume 2, when I created this deck, if I can find one. When I created this deck, I included 2 blank cards so that you guys could write your own message. And I spied it when I was shuffling. I spied this blank card. I think it was on the bottom of the deck. And what I heard from Spirit is that Divine Masculine is struggling to find the words, struggling to find the right words. It's like they have a blank canvas and they want to get it right. Well, that's exactly what's happening here. I'm struggling to share my heart. It's not that they're not feeling the emotions. It's just like we had said before, they want to get it right. They want to get the right words. They want to have that heart-to-heart conversation that brings you both onto the same page. They want to be vulnerable and open, but they're realizing that this is an opportunity, this is a chance, and they don't want to mess it up again. And so they're just trying to gain the courage and the strength in order to communicate to you exactly how they're feeling. Because maybe they try to communicate to you in the past by hints or by little messages or by just their energy, and maybe it didn't go over so well because it wasn't entirely clear. But now that honesty, that vulnerability, that clear communication is necessary, and it's coming in, and they know it, and they're just trying to find the right words. They have a blank canvas here, and they're just trying to figure out how to fill it, how to bring you what they know you deserve. Because of everything that they're feeling in their heart space. It's just an overwhelming energy of just love that they want to verbalize to you, and they don't know how. They don't know how to express this to you. So struggling a little bit with their words, struggling a little bit with how to express it to you, how to show to you just how much you mean to them. Divine Feminine, how are you feeling towards Divine Masculine at this time? Divine Feminine. Your love mends my broken heart. This is that heart expansion. This is that energy of, remember in the beginning how I was talking about how you were going through illusions and fears and old resentment and purging and just feelings of doubt and lack of faith, you have been healing from the karma that was created within this connection, from the patterns that you and your divine partner had created within this connection. Even while you were healing and clearing past relationships and family dynamics and old karma and trauma, and within your own individual journey, you and your partner, while you were doing that, created your own karmic cycle within your relationship. And you've been healing and clearing out that as well, clearing the broken heart of the past iteration of this relationship. And the more you step into your heart space, the more you allow yourself to be open to this connection, to be open to this love, to let go of the past, to surrender the burden of this relationship, this connection in the past. You're allowing this love to flood in and this connection to solidify, is what they're saying. It's mending the broken heart, where yes, this connection might have created a sense of a broken heart. The love, which is the truth, the broken heart is the illusion. The patterns that existed were the illusions, the actions and the behaviors. While they can feel very real and create, yes, a sense of pain, it was also because you had growth to do. You had some inner work to do as far as setting your boundaries and standing up for yourself and expressing yourself, learning how to express yourself without fear. And so the truth of this connection, the love within this connection, is truly what is mending the broken heart here. It's truly what is allowing your heart to open back up and expand. Because with these true divine counterparts, with these true sacred partners, love is what exists. And you feel that deep within your heart. You feel that resonance, how you always come back together in this energy of forgiveness. Doesn't mean that you don't have conversations about what transpired. Doesn't mean that there are not apologies. Doesn't mean that you're not working on your relationship together. But you come back to this place of forgiveness, and you come back to this place of love. And that is what mends the broken heart. And that is what opens up your heart even more to more love within this sacred partnership for each other. And that love just continues to expand. Oh, and look, we'll end with this. I want to spend my life with you. Beautiful. That's how you guys feel towards each other and this connection. Beautiful. All right, you guys, that is going to be it for today's Sacred Union Energy Update. I don't know if we're going to be back this week, but do stay tuned. We'll have more energy draws, daily energy draws coming up tomorrow and Friday. And possibly some readings over the weekend. I'm not sure yet, but stay tuned to Instagram and Facebook for announcements. And we'll definitely be back with more collective readings and daily energy draws next week. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you later. Bye.